Hi Sagittarius, welcome to I Am Destiny Calling Tarot. Today is going to be your weekly reading, and I'm just going ahead here and cleansing the energy around the cards that I use, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Okay. I don't normally do that, but well, my kids are not around, so they really don't like the smell, so today was a really good opportunity. But it just kind of provides us with a calming, cleansed atmosphere. Better energies coming in, even probably more likely to have an easier time communicating with the energies. So this weekly reading is going to cover the time frame of December the 29th through January 4th. Please keep in mind this is a general collective Sagittarius reading. Certain things also could possibly resonate for you a few days before these dates, maybe even a few days after. So let's go ahead, get started. We'll pull an energy card here. The Oracle energy card is going to signify the overall energy here for this reading today. So I will be using the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. So this is a relatively new deck to me. I haven't memorized all of these cards, so I will be looking up the information for this particular card, and then we'll move into the actual tarot. Spirit, please provide messages for Sagittarius to cover the time frame of December the 29th through January 4th. What messages would you like to have come forward for Sagittarius? Okay, this is your card. You have Vision Quest. The Vision Quest. This is actually quite a popular one that's been coming up for readings lately. There's quite a shift, I think, in 2020 as far as spirituality goes. Okay, so let's read details for this card. Okay, so the Vision Quest, the essence in this card, the Vision Quest, will allow you to face your fear, embrace your mortality, and then meet face to face with spirit. When we feel stagnant, a Vision Quest brings out our lives more into perspective. All right. I think there's a little bit more details on that card. Find clarity by spending time alone in nature. If you live in a city, go for walks in a park. If you live in the country, make sure you spend time outside in contemplation. Get off the couch, get away from the desk, go outside. Spirit helps those who help themselves. So set your intention and ask nature for a guiding vision for your life. Beautiful. That is just beautiful. Okay, so let's get started with the cards. I'm going to ask that Spirit please provide Airplane details for Sagittarius. I'm also going to have a lot more time today to devote to this reading with no kids. The kids are away and I play tarot. All right. Okay, so let's take a look into these cards. Okay, so we have the Emperor card here, the Justice card, Judgment, the Wheel of Fortune, all right, so first card up we have is Ace of Wands. So right off the bat, you have some form of transformation here with this card. For some of you, it could possibly be an exciting new opportunity. So it could be career advancement. A lot of creativity here with this card. This card is very much coming out strong energy relating to you making a change to your life now. Don't wait. Now is the time. Now is the time for you to move forward in your plans. I'm also hearing be flexible. Be flexible during this time. So you have the Emperor energy here, and I feel that this came out in order to give you the strength and the stamina that you're going to need to make this change. Okay. Yeah, a lot of authority here. I love the power feeling. It's not really an arrogant feeling whatsoever. It's just telling you to move forward. Make sure you're doing it methodically and strategically. So a very strong confidence here. So this is really a very big indication for you, Sagittarius, that you're going to have the energy along with the willpower to do anything. And if there's any chaos that comes your way, you will have no issues creating any order out of chaos. Okay, Two of Wands is your next card. All right, so this card is really telling me that you've come into your own. I do feel over the last month that your energy has shifted in the sense that you may have actually already experienced this vision quest in a sense. You may actually be progressing into the advantages of having gone through that at this time. But you've really very much come into your own. A lot of energy for all signs right now regarding creativity. You do have a lot of creativity planning for your future right now. You might also be the type of person who is strategically involved in mapping your progress on a particular project. You might be more open than ever to receive spirit-inspired ambition. But overall, you are trusting in the unknown at this time. All right, so you have the Moon card. And so I feel that in this reading, the Moon card is it's an opportunity for you to really improve your plans. So if you've had plans that you were ready to set into place, this is here to tell you that this is your opportunity. The time is now. The time is now for you to improve upon your plans, and if need be, very much facing your fears. You are accepting more than ever yourself for who you are. Listen to your intuition at this time. And set the intention going forward. Whatever your goals are, make sure that you're making them very, very clear at this time. And then also be somewhat flexible so that if things don't work out exactly as planned, you're prepared for that. When I see the Moon card, I tend to think that there's a lot going on behind the scenes in order to assist you in going forward. So I very much feel that many of you have spirit guides, guardian angels. You have a soul group or a soul family in the invisible realm who are almost pulling strings for you at this time. They realize and they've seen and they've experienced you going through this vision quest. And when you went through this vision quest here, you put out your desires into the universe, and they listened. They always hear what it is that you put out into the universe. And at this point, you are reaping the benefits. You're very deserving. It's very important to know. And now you're being rewarded. So it's going to be a very exciting time for you. But I'm very much hearing that you need to be flexible. And I don't think, Sagittarius, you don't really have issues with being spontaneous. So if something comes along, you might just jump on that opportunity. Four of Wands. This is you creating momentum. You may feel that in the past something has fallen short of its target. And you've really vamped up your strategy and your planning as far as what you need to do in order to really push forward. But I am very much feeling the energy that this will be a successful completed project. So this does not have to be relating to business, career. It could be on a personal front. I think for most of you it is. It may also be a secondary source of income, maybe even where you have a passion that you pursue and you're really looking to vamp things up in that area. And maybe your long-term goal is to make that a full-time career for yourself. So this is very much telling me that you are fully supported. Yeah, so you have the Death card next up. So this is really you letting go of old beliefs in your... If someone in your past told you that you weren't good enough, you are finally letting it go. You may have been under the impression that you were fine, or you already let this perception of this person put on you go. But this type of thing can linger in our subconscious, and really going through this vision quest here allowed you to really dig deep and to understand that it's time to let go of other people's limitations that they've set on you, right? They have no power over you. So I do feel that this is, on a deep emotional level, you've really cleared out a lot of self-doubt. You're very good at portraying to others that you have a really great self-confidence, and uplifting others and inspiring others. Now you're starting to realize through the vision quest that you are just as worthy, and it's time to take steps to do this for yourself. So the Death card for some of you is going to relate to having it could be abrupt, but it's going to be a complete change of circumstances or way of life for you. So I do feel, based on how this reading is going, I do feel for some of you that it is likely that you have a move in your future. So whether or not you just spent the holidays with family and you realized you don't really enjoy being far away from your family, and when you reconnect at the holidays, you really start to value that time. So maybe some of you are moving closer to home. Maybe some of you are moving further away from home. But I do feel for a lot of you there could be a rather abrupt change in the way of your life. So a lot of you, that could be moving. If you have delays that come up, or if you feel like you're making sacrifices of some kind during this time, remember to be flexible. Six months down the road, you can be in a completely different place. Okay, so next card is the Judgment card. This is very representative of your relationship with self. You're moving forward fearlessly into your true self. And you're not only, ever since you've experienced the vision quest here, you are not only moving into your full power and expressing yourself. The important thing here is, after the vision quest, you're expressing yourself through action. You're taking action. You're taking action towards your desires. You're taking action towards what makes you happy. You're taking action towards what you feel you're being pushed or pulled towards to do. You are very much taking action for you. And you're realizing that things come full circle when you start with focusing on you. You need to make sure that you're filling your own cup. You are your readings really do give off an energy of you having so much potential to go so far in life, and you're limiting yourself. You may have been limiting yourself for children or family or whatever it is for you in your personal situation, but at some point, and I totally agree with that makes sense, but at some point you do have to make some effort to make steps towards moving to where you would like to be long term. So at this point, it's action. Okay, next card, Three of Wands. This is someone who could possibly be receiving some news. It's not going to be... so you may have had plans to do something and you received notice that you were not approved for something, or you were not selected for an opportunity, or you were rejected for this and that, and whatever it is, something may come up during this time and it feels like a setback to you. I'm going to send forward this message for some people. Please keep in mind the way or the person who is sending forward this information to you. Don't shoot the messenger. They're not the one who is involved in making that decision. So overall, this card here is really going to symbolize for you the importance of education. It's really allowing you to move through life and have the intention of learning from life, learning from experiences and people around you, and the world just in general all around you, understanding that life really is our classroom. And at the end of the day, every experience that we go through does offer a lesson. So having some flexibility at this time, you may also want to look at things in the sense that, okay, so that didn't work, or I was rejected for that, or not approved for that. There likely is a reason that you were not selected or approved. It may be God's protection in the sense that if you had followed through with this certain circumstance, you may have wasted time doing something that in the long term wasn't really meant for you. Or you may have wasted resources on something that really, it worked out for you short term maybe, but not long term. And then right after that, you have the Justice card. So that does tell me that that's God's protection. It's happening for a reason. They're trying to open doors for possibly even bigger and better things. I've seen that happen in my own life, where you're hoping for an opportunity, and that opportunity is a rejection, but it actually works out in your favor, where something bigger and better is in the works to come your way. So I'm very much feeling here with the Justice card coming up immediately after. that this is the situation really coming full circle for you. So yes, you did receive the rejection, and then here you have the Justice card. So things are back on track, and like I said, likely something coming towards you that is better suited, that will give you more purpose. It could be so many different things. It may actually be something that you hadn't considered, right? That you left off of your strategic list of things that you needed to follow through with. Overall, with this card, Justice card here in this reading, a very important message is we don't know it all. So really, we're not fit to judge necessarily why something is happening or has happened a certain way. And it's the same with us not knowing the future. We don't get to know exactly what is going to happen in the future. So it really is all about how you handle the news, or you handle the situation, or you handle the circumstances. And I do feel for you, Sagittarius, you use that as a motivating factor. For some of you, if there is any form of a relationship here, if you're looking at getting into a relationship, if you have someone new coming into your life, if it's a romantic relationship, you need to be really careful to not settle for less than you deserve. Someone may be coming towards you, and at this time you may have taken some time out for yourself, and you may be feeling, okay, I'm kind of ready to maybe take that leap. I don't have anyone that I'm really intrigued by, but I do have this one opportunity that might get me back into the flow of things. That's fine, but don't settle for less than you are worth. Very important message for some of you. All right, so we have Ace of Pentacles. So this is goals. This is new opportunities. This could be education. This is definitely new strengths that you are developing. So right now you're in the planting seeds phase. What you are doing during the month of January is really beginning to get the ball rolling. So the seeds being planted right now, you're going to be amazed at how quickly those can flourish. But this card, this Ace of Pentacles, is really telling you that you need to plan for your future. You need to really make sure that you're building solid foundations. Now is the time. Wheel of Fortune. And then you have... So for some of you, this is a positive outcome in love. Some of you, it is a positive outcome in life and happiness. Overall, however, it is very much a turning point. Yeah, so go with the flow is what I'm getting here with the Wheel of Fortune. Go with the flow, be flexible. Take it one step at a time, because this is a change card, and knowing that change is constant and change is an inevitable part of life. For some of you, this could be symbolic of a new life cycle. So that move, maybe you're moving locations. This could be very much be because of a new life cycle for some of you. And for those of you who are in relationships and who have a romantic relationship at this time, this is going to be some of you ready to make a really big step in that relationship. But overall, I really do feel a good beginning it's not on the horizon anymore. You may have been seeing this mentally. However, right now is the time. It's no longer something you can see on the horizon. You're there. It's now. You're very much feeling in sync with the universe. Almost in the sense that you feel like you're at the mercy of fate. And I think a lot of that came up with your vision quest here. So if you're going through it or you already have gone through it, I'm not saying, you know, step back and let everything come to you. Absolutely not. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you are more so than ever at the mercy of fate, knowing that once you do get up and start taking action, that you are fully supported. Four of Cups. This is self-belief. This is you feeling deserving. This is you with confidence. This is you understanding any mistakes that were made in the past were simply opportunities really for you to learn. This is a reminder that you are loved, that you are beautiful inside and out. You're definitely aware of your weaknesses, but they very much balance out with your strengths. So make sure at this time you're very much playing up on your strengths. Love yourself for who you are, because that really does shine your light brightly out into the universe, and people can see this. They can see it, they can sense it, they can feel it, and it's almost an instant recognition of this person is going places, right? It's not only the image you give off, it's an energy. When they get into your energy field, they can feel that, they can sense that. And also, again, flexibility here with this. So if anything does come up, be flexible to, you know, step over the mud puddle and keep going. Seven of Swords is your last card. Seven of Swords is going to be a need to make revisions to your plans. See what I mean about being flexible? There very much could be more going on than meets the eye. So there might be something you just want to make sure at this time that you're really looking at other people's motives to make sure that they're in alignment with your purpose. A lot of independence here with this card. Someone who really is living life on their own terms, and absolutely no people pleasing at this time. And you can really be grateful of that energy which came through on your vision quest. A lot of things will likely in 2020 start to feel like they are coming full circle for you. Okay, so that is the end of your reading for this week, Sagittarius. Thank you so much as always for visiting me. I very much enjoyed taking the time out to do this reading here today. So if you would like to come back from week to week, please go ahead, click on like and subscribe.